Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for mid-February. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, I'm going to be freestyling your tarot spread, starting with these spirit animal oracles. Towards the end of the reading, I will be rolling some dice to get initials and sun signs and angel numbers for you, as well as some tea leaves, so make sure you stick around for that. And another thing I'm adding to my spiel this time around is I am, for the first time in 20 years of knowing tarot, I am doing reversals today, just to test it out. Alright, this is not going to be a permanent state of affairs. I just thought it might make the readings a little more nuanced. I may be wrong, we will see. Okay. Now we have lizard spirit, dream the world into being. I did see the magician when I was shuffling your deck. So there could be an element of manifestation at play here. Oh, how sweet. We have mouse spirit, tend to the small things. I was watching a reader the other day and she said something really interesting. Now, us spiritual folk, for some reason, whenever we're talking about manifestations, we think about pizza. I've seen that metaphor being used so many times, it's ridiculous, but it makes so much sense. It's like when you're manifesting, you're talking to the universe, right? It's think of it like you're ordering a pizza, right? You're not going to keep checking where that pizza is, if it's getting burnt, if it's getting baked, if the ingredients are fresh. You just place that order and you know it's going to come your way, right? It's that knowing that speeds up that manifestation. So she said something to the lines of, all right, you've ordered that pizza, right? Why don't you go make a salad? Why don't you go clean the house? Why don't you go put on your favorite show? Get something done while that pizza is being baked. And I thought that was so interesting. And this is kind of talking about that, tending to the small things and dreaming the world into being, right? This is about not hyper-focusing on that dream. And I'm also getting that card in the Wisdom of the Oracle. I've been referring to that deck a lot this time around. If you're familiar with it, there's a card in it called Chop Wood, right? And clean it up. So this is about tending to the day-to-day. This is 6th house Virgo energy, right? Tending to the small things in your life and making sure that everything is ready and set for those manifestations to come in. There's this story that I refer back to very often. There's this woman, right, and she's been talking to this manifestation coach and she says, I've been waiting for my soulmate and I've done everything right. I've believed in the law of attraction, I've surrendered, but it's been like 5 years and I'm single, right? So the manifestation coach asked her, have you made space in your garage for 2 cars to be parked? Where do you park your car? She said, right in the center. He said, where do you sleep on your bed? She said, right in the middle. He said, what about your wardrobe? Is it full? She said, yeah, it's full. I have a lot of clothes. So he said, there is no room in your life for a soulmate, right? Make room. You have to make physical room for those manifestations to come in. That is you working hand in hand with the universe. So this doesn't have to relate to love, of course. It could relate to a job, right? Do you have a bag in place that's going to carry your laptop? Right? Do you have the right shoes to walk to work? It could be anything. Do you have a metro pass? You know what I mean? So it's about doing the small things before you expect the universe to start catering to your wishes. So we will see what this is about. Okay, that was very quick. We have number 38 and number 40. We have the Knight of Wands, fire energy. We have the 10 of Cups. Moving swiftly to emotional fulfillment. Beautiful. The 4 of Pentacles, no reversals yet. I swear there are reversals in this deck. Holding back for some reason, Aries. 8 of Wands, still no reversals. It's like you're on a highway, right? You know your destination is this 10 of Cups. You know which way you're going, but you keep pressing the brakes. Like, no. As almost fearful that it's not going to happen, and you're building castles in the air. High Priestess, no reversals. The Empress, no reversals. Do I have reversals in here? I do, I promise. Okay, let's just do this. There we are. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. Everything happens for a reason. I am your medium. The Page of Swords in the upright. I will be getting crossing cards. What do we have at the bottom? We have the Knight of Swords. You want to create something. I get that. With the Empress, no gender in tarot. The Empress is the creator. This is the nurturer. This is the mother of the zodiac, right? You could be a man watching this, but we have feminine and masculine energies both within us. I feel that you want to create this Ten of Cups, right? You want to create this happily ever after for yourself, and you're moving full steam ahead with the Eight of Wands as well. But with the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, this is throwing me off. The Ace of Swords in the upright is a card of unlocking the truth, right? Unlocking wisdom within you and using it to your advantage. There are lots of truths. You see that spiral, that conch shell. There are lots of truths. And since it's a conch shell, it's almost like those truths could be very ancient in nature, right? It could be ancient wisdom. Unlocking that. But it's almost like you're not looking at something at face value. You're almost making excuses for something or someone. Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Cups, the Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. You know why you keep breaking, right? First of all, let me show you this illustration. Now, she's carrying a quill, right? And she's trying to erase clouds. Clouds in the tarot, or just symbolically otherwise, represent confusion. And you are trying to use your words and your intellect to erase that confusion. But I feel like in that process, you are creating more for yourself. Because you're not looking at things for what they truly are. Going back to my baking metaphor, it's like you've put a cake in the oven, but you think it's a souffle that's going to come out. You know? So the way you are asking for something may be entirely wrong. I always talk about umbrella manifestation, and why I'm speaking about that is because of the umbrellas right here. I always say that when you're tending to the small things and you're being too literal with the universe, that all right, I want a pink sweater, the pink sweater needs to be a v-neck, the pink sweater needs to have full sleeves, the pink sweater needs to have such and such stitch. You know what I'm saying? The pink sweater needs to have such and such wool. The universe is going to get pissed. Because you're just telling the universe that you don't trust it, right? So let's say you're asking for a soulmate. I'm not saying you shouldn't be particular, but manifestation is very different from actually sitting online and looking for a partner, or sitting online and putting in a filter for the perfect sweater. You have to be a little more lenient with the universe, right? You just need a sweater. The universe knows what's going to look good on you. Just ask for that. That's the umbrella. Or just ask for happiness. Just ask for love. Just ask for anything. The universe knows what's going to make you happy. Right? But coming back to this, the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, I feel like there's something here that has been a lie, but it's become a truth for you. If we say something too often, we start believing it. It's a thing. And I feel like you've been telling yourself something over and over again, and you've started believing that it's true, and you're holding on to it for dear life. I will clarify. I don't know what this is. I like the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess, which is telling me that you're using your conscious and your subconscious minds to move forward and to make decisions. But this break, I don't know what this is. The Six of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse. The Tower in the reverse. You see that? The Tower in the reverse is the pressure cooker that's about to burst. In the upright, It's let out steam. You're safe, right? Some kind of pressure is building here. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like when it comes to you independently, you as an individual, you're good. But if you are connecting to another situation here, it's like you're brushing things under the rug. You're trying to see victory in something where you've only seen loss. And if this relates to a particular person, it's almost like you're making them out to be kinder and gentler than they actually are. Right? So it's like you've ordered a pizza, but the universe knows the pizza that you've ordered, the place that you've ordered it from, their oven is malfunctioned, and you're just going to receive something that's burnt, which is why that manifestation hasn't come in yet. That pizza hasn't come in yet. There is something here about a false victory, about you perceiving something to be better than it actually is for you. You're better off with this Nine of Pentacles energy of autonomy and independence, right? The North Node is in Aries right now. So all of us collectively, not just you Aries, we are healing abandonment trauma. We are healing parts of ourselves that are afraid to be alone. But sometimes being alone is the best therapy of all, right? Because we're just catering to our needs, nobody else's. That pizza is just for us. The Six of Cups. There is nostalgia here about the past. And this nostalgia could be within you, it could be within another person. But the Six of Cups is telling me that you're holding on to a truth that may have been true 2 years ago, or a year ago, or 10 years ago, whatever. But that truth has changed. If we're talking about a particular person, I'm not saying that feelings have changed or anything like that. I'm just saying that within this span of time, a lot of trauma has been... this person has embodied a lot of that trauma. I don't know if they've processed it. And if that trauma is not processed, you change as a person, not for the better. So whoever it is that you are dealing with, I feel that the dream that you have of whatever you want this to be, with the Ten of Cups and the Empress, it may have held together in the past. I don't think this person or whoever this is has the capacity to hold it together in this current moment. It has nothing to do with you. I'm not getting career here, so I'm not going to force it. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords. You see, the Star in the reverse. There's no actual healing happening behind the scenes. There's no actual healing happening. And I feel like you're repeating a pattern here. What did Einstein say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm not calling you insane, Aries. I'm an Aries rising. I'm technically reading for myself as well. There is something here that you are turning away from, some kind of truth. And you have to realize that even though the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress is here, where you're trying to get this to blossom, all you can do is do your bit. You cannot force another person to heal when they're not ready. Whoever this is, I think, is not ready. And it's the kindness within you that is forcing you to see the good in this person, where right now they're just swimming in shadow. Lovers in the reverse. I'm not saying this is never going to happen, right? But wouldn't you rather the cake is fully baked before it's presented to you, or are you happy eating raw cake? You're going to get salmonella poisoning. You do not want raw cake, right? This person isn't baked yet. And nothing you do will speed up that process. Everybody is on their own timeline of healing. You know, time is not linear. So, while this pizza is on its way to you, while it's baking, while it's in the oven, tend to the small things. Go make that salad. Go clean up your room. Go plan a vacation. Do whatever you need to do. Right? and let the universe do its bit. The Knight of Cups, and it's going to happen. It will happen. Whatever manifestation this is, whatever you're hoping to receive from this particular manifestation, it will come in, especially when it relates to matters of the heart. We have the Hermit in the reverse, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant and the Chariot. Movement, 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 movement. I am so happy that the Hermit is in the reverse, which means that the quiet that you may be experiencing now, it'll be quiet no more, right? There'll be balance. And the Hierophant, this is my favorite card in this deck. This is wisdom. More than it being higher commitment, it can talk about that. It is wisdom. It is learning from pain, right? And the Chariot is full steam ahead. So, whatever confusion you were trying to wipe out with that Knight of Swords that we saw at the bottom of the deck, make sure you're wiping that out just for yourself within your own mind. Clear out the cobwebs. Don't try to force somebody else to be on the same path as you when they're not ready for it. Right? Whoever this is with the Eight of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups, you want them to come correctly. Otherwise, you're back on the hamster wheel. Right? There's something here about letting loose. There's something here about dance, music, poetry. Right? It's about the 5th house. It's about your heart chakra. It's about lightening up and not putting so much pressure on yourself and on the universe. Tend to the small things. Don't tend to the big things right now. Right? I feel like this will come into fruition, but you need to start seeing things for what they truly are. You're not fooling yourself, you're not fooling the universe. Accept the truth. And that Chariot will move faster for you. Alright? I think this reading was shorter than the others, but well, it is what it is. Let's get you some tea leaves to close this off. The Eight of Wands is again movement. It is also communication. And we have movement with the Chariot. So if there is distance in this situation, I feel like there will be a bridging of that distance, whether it's physical or it's emotional or mental. And the Page of Swords is someone who can be looked at as a student. Someone who does their homework, someone who does the research, right? So I feel like this person will put in the work, but when they are ready. What did I say about cobwebs? Everything happens for a reason. Clear the cobwebs in your mind. Protect it from negative forces beyond your control. Clear out those cobwebs. It's very important. Dragon, we're in the year of the dragon. Beware of self-delusion. What did I say? I'm not calling you delusional. Here, Aries, but that Ace of Swords was in reverse for a return. It was in the reverse for a reason. I'm losing my words today. Clear out the cobwebs. Beware of truths that you're telling yourself that may not be true after all. And this could even talk about your own self-worth, Aries. You may be telling yourselves that you're not worthy, right? Oh, this person isn't coming in because I'm not worthy. That's bullshit. That is you truly being delusional. Everybody has their own shit to deal with, their own cobwebs to clean up, right? Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Yep. Maybe this person is just a friend right now. Maybe you've been friend zoned or you friend zoned them or whatever. But it doesn't have to be. Temporary problems, and we have career showing up. I'm going to put this back. It's a big chunk. We have clouds, temporary problems. The clouds that I was talking about, my goodness, your tea leaves are bang on with your reading. The clouds that were being erased, right? That confusion will be erased. You are on the road to success. Again, the road with the brakes and the destination. Wow, I love this. But I think whatever this is just a 2-week energy update for you, Aries. It's not going to be the rest of your life. If within the next 2 weeks you don't see the movement that you so desire, don't give up hope, all right? But the only advice I have for you is make sure you're seeing things at face value, right? Okay, let's get you some dice. We have the number 2. You could be seeing 222 a lot. If you are, this talks about alignment. You are in the right place at the right time. The universe is puppeting all of us, right? And you're just maybe in a very difficult scene right now. That scene is going to change, right? We have Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. You may have Aquarius heavily in your chart. Doesn't have to be, but Aquarius, my God, I could write a thesis on Aquarius at this point. We are in Aquarius season. We are entering the age of Aquarius. If everybody on this planet is. Pluto has made a generational shift into Aquarius after 15 years of being in Capricorn. It's going to be in Aquarius for 2 decades. Aquarian themes of freedom, rebellion, humanitarianism, right? All of these themes of helping our community, of being mad scientists and eccentric and creating big and beautiful things, it's going to take over everybody. It's going to take over the entire collective. So if you've been putting yourself in a box here, Aries, it's time to break that box open and expand your horizons. Then we have Mars. You are ruled by Mars. Let me see what Mars is doing. Mars entered Aquarius on the 13th of February, or will enter depending on when you're watching this. And yeah, that's about it. There were a couple of transits between Pluto and Mars, I remember. So my only advice here is just make sure you watch your temper, right? Whatever anger you are feeling or irritation you are feeling, make sure you channel it wisely. When I saw this Knight of Cups, I did talk about creativity, right? Channeling that anger and impatience into the small things, into things that maybe bring your heart the solace that it needs, right? Channeling it into inspiration and creativity. All right, we have the letters F, H, Y, K, I, L, and D. These could be your initials. They could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. Just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. All right, Aries, that was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.